Welcome back to the BBC's special nature report on Roman house cats. Today's topic, we interrupt your regularly scheduled program to bring you this special report from our parent station, Nautious Broadcastius Maximus.
Welcome back to today's broadcast. As you may already know, our honorable leader, Julius Caesar, was murdered yesterday on the Senate floor. Details are still emerging about the identities of the assailants as well as the attack itself. Most recent point to about 60 aristocratic senators who murdered Caesar for what they call the preservation of Rome. Live on the scene is correspondent Leonitis Maximus, who has with him a witness who was outside the Senate during the assassination.
Thank you, Liorious. We would like to welcome Mr. Maximus to the program. Mr. Maximus was standing outside the Senate when the assassination of Julius Caesar took place. Now, Mr. Maximus, what can you tell us about the assassination?
That Senator Casca was the first to stab Caesar in the neck. At first I thought it was an attack at random, and I screamed out for the other senators to stop Casca, but they joined in. I then saw them leave Caesar for dead in front of the statue of Pompey.
Were you a supporter of Caesar?
Yes, I was. He was a wonderful leader, and he truly understood what was best for the majority of Rome. My entire family was worried when Caesar first came round, but he was quite an improvement from the aristocratic Senate.
Thank you, Leonitis Maximus. Caesar sided with the majority, and we have now a tape of Caesar before his death, expressing his views of the aristocratic Senate, as well as his plans for reform. Roll the tape. What are your plans as a dictator?
Well, I'm going to raise the status of the plebeians, lower the power of the patricians. I'm going to go out there and free most of the slaves, because most of the slaves are people that are in debt to the patricians. And I'm going to get around 2,000, 200,000 people off of government food.
That stock footage was taken about 2 years ago. Caesar will also be remembered for his many other reforms which benefited the commoner, including the creation of over 800,000 new jobs through the establishment of colonies. Caesar also reformed the state of employment on large farms, limiting the number of slaves so as to provide work for the poor. These social and economic reforms did not sit well with the aristocratic senators. Here to talk about Caesar's position of power and its relationship to the Senate is Hagarious Maximus.
The tension between Caesar and the Senate was based on who held the power to govern and control Rome. As perpetual dictator, Caesar seemingly went against the Roman ideal of freedom from tyranny. The Senate believed that only a group should have the ability to create new laws, and therefore opposed Caesar's position. 60 senators conspired and committed the murder of Julius Caesar, hoping that in doing so, power would be restored to the wealthy aristocrats.
The impact which Caesar's assassination will have on the Popularis party and the country as a whole is still unknown. Many think the political party may die with Caesar. Questions are also arising on the state of Rome as a country. Many consider carrying on with the current system to be impossible. There are rumors circulating about the creation of a greater Rome. Details will follow in our next report. Caesar will be cremated later on today. There are also plans to build a temple in his honor. Thank you for listening to his special report from Nautious Broadcastius Maximus. You will now return to your regularly scheduled programming.